on one of the most memorable shows. I know that you're all here because you loved it. So let me introduce to you Mr. Christopher Judge.
Well, hello, 8 o'clock folk. This is the latest panel I've ever done. It's the longest I've ever been sober. Well, so I just found out we don't have a moderator, so just let's start doing questions.
You're looking good.
Was that a question?
What do you do to look so good?
But thank you. I've been preserved since 2002. Scotch does make a good embalming fluid. Does anyone want to start off a question? Wait, not one question? You kind of have to have it. Yes. Wait, that's a Heil Hitler. That's
what was it like to work for Asylum?
Oh, it was great. I've actually done now, I guess, 4 movies, three or four. And I don't know if you guys saw it. I just worked with them again on something I'm not supposed to say. It's the third one.
Tell us.
It's the, well, I can give you hints, and if you guess on your own, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, this is the third one.
Sharknado 3.
Oh, hell.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But to answer your question, no, I love working with those guys. I mean, they have a great sense of humor about them, and they know what their product is, and they make no excuses for it. And you know, there's obviously been proven to be an audience for those types of movies, and you know, those are the kind of movies I kind of grew up on. You know, so I really enjoy it, and yeah, my 10-year-old daughter is so, well, she's as excited as my 23-year-old son is that could be in this movie that I can neither confirm nor deny. So yeah, they're great to work with. Yes?
What was your most memorable experience from Stargate?
Gosh, most memorable. Wow, there were so many of them. I think the most memorable thing, just overall, was just the camaraderie on set. It didn't matter if you were like a day player, if you were a guest star, if you were a reoccurring guest star, if you were a regular. We just had one order of the day was that you come to have fun. You know, you come prepared, but you come to have fun, you come to laugh, and you come to not take yourself so seriously. And if you did, you would never be hired again. Like, no, seriously, no joke. I mean, if we had someone whose personality didn't fit, not to say that we didn't have a lot of different personalities, but one of the things was that you kind of had to check your ego, that you could not only make jokes, but you had to be okay being the butt of jokes. So you couldn't take yourself real seriously or you wouldn't last very long. So that's kind of, and working on a lot of other sets, my sense of humor is not as appreciated as it was because I have a different way of working than a lot of people. Like, I don't like the sets to be quiet. I don't like, you know, people not being able to talk to you. I don't like sitting in my trailer by myself. You know, I don't like any of that. And so I kind of bring that to sets that I work on, and you'd be surprised how many people don't appreciate it. I don't want to mention his name, Simon Baker. Yeah, he had a particular dislike for me. Well, he had the misfortune of, Jay Acklebone, Kowalski. I was doing a guest spot on The Mentalist, and which is in no way is a reflection upon his lack of personality. But so it was like we hadn't seen each other in a couple of years. So I'm just reading the call sheet, and it says, whatever the character's name was, and Jay Acklebone. Like, there's not too many Jay Acklebones in. So I went and knocked on his trailer, and like literally it was like, a 12-year-old girl singing Justin Bieber. We were squealing, and so the whole time it was like we were doing Stargate on The Mentalist, and yeah, it didn't go over very well.
Thank you.
Which characteristics of TEAL'C did you identify with most, and which ones were different from your personality that you maybe struggled with a little bit to try to connect to?
What I identified the most is just how black and white he was. There's just right and wrong. There's no gray, and I'm kind of like that. You can always find reasons why something's right or not right or whatever, and then kind of convince yourself, well, that it's not really cut and dry. Well, usually it's kind of cut and dry. That's what. But the thing that was hardest, at least in the beginning, was just him never smiling. Especially with how much we used to joke around on set. And in the beginning, it was everyone's job one to make me laugh, and and it wasn't just the actors. I mean, the crew would get in on it, and so that I found in the beginning very, very difficult, because I hadn't really found who the character was yet. So it wasn't in the beginning. I didn't turn them on and off. I was pretty much TEAL'C all day, which, let me tell you, ain't that much fun. But so that's kind of what was probably the most difficult in the beginning for me. Thank you. Yeah.
What was it like coming back to the character to do the Big Finish audios?
It was kind of weird, because I hadn't, I don't sit around and just talk to myself in the mirror as TEAL'C. So I hadn't actually done his voice in a while. I hadn't done his persona in a while. So it actually took kind of a minute to kind of get it back. But I enjoyed it. I mean, it was like kind of revisiting an old friend, so I actually did really enjoy it.
Hey, did you take or perhaps were given anything from the set to remind you of SG-1?
Are there kids in here? How old are you? Does the word shit offend you? I'm sorry, Mom. Oh, I robbed that place blind. I had one time had like 20-something watches. I had like every shirt that TEAL'C ever wore. I had all his hats. And then my stuff they would give me, like I think it was called windwalkers, or where we wore the long trench coats. They actually gave me that trench. So that trench coat is the only thing I have left. I've pretty much given everything else away for charity and stuff like that. But I still have that. That trench coat cost them like $14,000, and to be used in one episode. And when the wardrobe designer came and gave it to me, I know what a colossal reaming out she probably got from MGM for spending on a coat and then giving it to me. But yeah, my prized possession though was on the last day of shooting, I went into the briefing room and I took the flag. I can't even say I stole it, because I went and said, look, I'm going to take the flag from the briefing room, so if anyone wants to try and stop me. So that was my prized possession. And then a charity asked me if I had something to auction, and it was just a charity that I really enjoyed, and so I gave the flag to auction. So, but yeah, I mean, anything that, and the one thing that I didn't get were any of the tattoos. Because they literally would guard the tattoos and any of the weapons, like the staff weapons, the Zats, they used to guard those things. Like they would take inventory at night, like anytime we used them, because those were, you know, I don't know why they deemed the tattoos so valuable. But I mean, you could get the black ones that they would spray onto the background, but the actual gold ones. Like I tried to steal Tony's. I tried to steal Peter's, and they would have a count. And if there was one missing, they come straight to me. And so